Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Thank you for joining me. Today I am super excited to be joined by one of the hottest pros inside the entire world. If you guys have been watching any of Team Dignitas in CRL EU, you already know that iAmJP has been absolutely making a huge name for himself on the competitive scene. So I'm so excited to actually have him here on the channel. And we're going to be covering his very favorite deck, the one that he used to finish off the sweep, the reverse sweep against Team Liquid, beating some of the best players in the world. I'm going to go ahead and share the Surgical Goblin replay, the final match in that King of the Hill, when he actually beat Surgical Goblin as the last replay today. And then we'll be sharing some Grand Challenge matches as well here. iAmJP, of course, a very impressive player profile, currently 310 in the world, and of course a 20-game winner. So we have a lot of good content, guys, but first, even I can win with this deck. Let me show you the deck first of all. This is the deck. It has skeletons in there. It's a PEKKA deck, and you might want to use this one before the nerfs settle in. I don't want to be too much of a predictor here, but Rumhem said they have 7 cards already picked out that they plan on balance changing, and Royal Hogs are so dominant right now, as well as Royal Ghost, that I do fear they will be 2 of the cards getting hit again. Both of these cards getting nerfed in previous balance changes as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if, now is your best opportunity to take advantage of this deck. So guys, I want to start out with a live match. Again, been doing really well, 7-0 right now in a GC. So let's go ahead and hop right into a battle here and kind of show you how the deck works. It's one of those decks that you can focus on just waiting for your opponent to make a mistake. Now, there's only really one difficult matchup in the entire game for this deck, and it is Lava Loon, because you have Mega Minion, Fireball, and Magic Archer. Of course, you do have answers, but you don't have, a ton. It's kind of easy, especially in double elixir time, for the opponent to kind of overpower you. So I'm going against Masoud SN, and I'm just going to go ahead and Royal Ghost to respond to this gang here in the right lane, and that will start things out here. So he's probably playing bait. But we'll see. Okay, he's playing a maybe Splash Yard here, so I'm just going to hover the log. I doubt he'll give me a great log opportunity. He doesn't. So he has a bowler. I'm going to see what I can do here. If I can possibly... Okay, we're going to have to absolutely use the P.E.K.K.A over there. That's going to be fine. Unfortunately, we're going to have to let this bowler go here. I could have used... Oh, he zapped my P.E.K.K.A. That was a nice zap there. Wow, look at how much damage the bowler did. Man, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have used the we're going to predict the Goblin gang here. Okay. That works too. There's the gang. I'm actually not going to... I'm going to send in Royal Hogs opposite lane here. He might bowler them. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. So we take left tower right off the bat. That was good. And he doesn't have enough elixir for the bowler because he just used the Valkyrie there. Wow, that was a really, really good exchange for us. And we're able to take his right tower down to 12, 11, make it 10, make it 9. Is he going to defend? What is he doing? Maybe he's given up. Man, what a beautiful start to this video. And what a beautiful... Okay, he has not given up. Okay, so that was a little bit of a mistake there. Actually, that was fine, because we want to be ready in case he does decide to hit us opposite lane here again. So I'm just going to kind of cycle and chill. We'll play a Magic Archer over here opposite lane. Again, he's going to go ahead and fireball that. That's totally fine. What I think he's trying to do is bait out my P.E.K.K.A here, and I don't want to give it to him. I don't want him to have the satisfaction. Okay, there it is. So we're going to redirect there with the... we're going to fireball that up, the minions. Don't even have to use P.E.K.K.A at this point. We're going to play an opposite lane... Magic Archer, and then send in some skeletons. Just buy some time here. I'm going to have to log this up. I don't want to take that damage. And then what I'm going to do is place a Royal Ghost over here. Oh, man. A little bit late on that Royal Ghost, but there we go. That's going to be GG. You know, if you place Royal Hogs over here, guys, that they'll all go to the tower. One of my subscribers actually told me that, and me being a noob, I had no idea that was the case. Anyway, we take down that tower. That was nice and easy, and that's going to be GG. A nice clean 8-0. Hopefully I can finish off this grand challenge. And you guys can see right off the bat that it's a really solid deck. Obviously, a relatively easy matchup too for me. This is like against Beatdown. This deck absolutely rocks. We'll give him the well played, good luck, and the we'll give him the heart skeleton face. Why not, right? All right, so let's go ahead and move right to the No, well, you know, I want to do the Surgical Goblin replay right now because it was just such an epic match. So let's go ahead and get that up, and I'll be back with you in just 1 second. Alright guys, apologies for this lack of overlay here, but we're doing what I can here with the portrait mode from CRL. So just to kind of set the table here again, is the King of the Hill, which is basically winner take all here, and this is the final match. So iAmJP he's the last to go for his team, and he had to be, Azilius, and then he beat Bofomac, and now he's facing Surgical Goblin here. So basically whichever player won this match would take away the win for their team. So a really, really exciting and high pressure situation here. And my favorite part about this match for iAmJP is because he took a really, really early deficit. Surgical Goblin came out to an incredibly early lead here, but it shows the power of this deck playing against another PEKKA minor poison deck, and just how if you're patient, you can overcome insurmountable odds and pick up the victory. That's something that I found too when playing this deck. Now, a really key interaction just happened here on the right, guys, and I apologize, I don't have game sound because I wasn't able to get a clean feed, unfortunately, for any of CRL EU or North America. But just we'll go back to the overlay, and everything will look pretty after this match. I just wanted to show you it, guys, and kind of go over it. And that key interaction that I kind of glossed over there is the skeletons. And iAmJP, who, by the way, has a YouTube channel you guys can check out as well, which I'll link in the description. He's told me about this deck, and he said one of the key cards in this deck is not wasting your skeletons, especially with the prevalence of Royal Ghost right now in the meta. He's going to be relying heavily on those skeletons comboed with other cards, sometimes his Royal Ghost and sometimes the Magic Archer, to deal with the opposition Royal Ghosts. So here we go again, unfortunately just missing with the Magic Archer here on that Ewiz. That would have really helped him out there. He does get a 1 or 2 shots, but he's forced to use a log here in this situation, responding to the Ewiz. So things at this point are pretty even, but in the first or the last minute, the double elixir minute, before we get into sudden death overtime, you're going to see Surgical Goblin make a really strong push here. So now we have split Royal Hogs, something that he does pretty often, especially when he's trying to kind of still feel out his opponent, still in a good use of skeletons. Again, did you see those skeletons there, guys? And now they're kiting that Royal Ghost as well. Really good job using the skeletons. And then, just like we talked about, using the Magic Archer sometimes in unorthodox situations, especially against the Royal Ghost. So again, the Magic Archer just out of range of that right tower. He's having trouble breaking through with the Royal Hogs on either side here because of the Royal Ghost of Surgical Goblin, the PEKKA, the minions, and of course the Ewiz as well. All do a good job. And now he's going to try to block this miner. Unfortunately, the miner does lock onto that right tower. And look at all the damage the Royal Ghost will do. This is probably why the Royal Ghost is going to end up getting nerfed. Look at how much damage he can go if unchecked, taking the left tower all the way down to 1238 HP, and Surgical Goblin just relentless here, playing that Royal Ghost again right at the bridge there, forcing iAmJP to respond with a Mega Minion. Royal Ghost gets like 3 more swings, taking that left tower down to 590 HP. Wow, you've got to feel for iAmJP at this point. Even watching live, I caught this match live, I was thinking to myself, okay, good game, Surgical Goblin wins, and this is going to be a big victory here for Team Liquid. But that was not the case, and it really came down to the very final play here, which is coming up shortly. So we do get a Royal Ghost onto the right tower. Surgical Goblin, despite the log, not able to prevent that tower from getting down to 702 hit points left on that right tower. And here we go again. Royal Hogs played into the Royal Ghost and the Ewiz. They're still going to get some damage though. Not a lot though, but they get a little bit of damage, and then we're going to respond with a Fireball and a Royal Ghost in the right lane. But check out the left lane, guys. Now the tower is down to 250 HP. Surgical Goblin is going to use a poison in just a second, and that is going to be the difference in this match. Surgical Goblin uses the poison. He has no answers for these Royal Hogs. Fireball comes down. Miner comes down for Surgical, but iAmJP, and look at the celebration, dude. This guy is absolutely pumped. A huge team celebration picking up that victory. So very, very well played. Now let's go ahead and hop back into the normal overlay and watch a couple Grand Challenge matches. Alright guys, we're back. Let's cover some GC wins here. And this first one, he says, "This is awesome. 5 minutes of intense match. Well, sign me up." Let's go ahead and hop into it. By the way, Team Dignitas is in 4th place right now in the standings in CRL EU. And they have a really, really impressive roster. They have trainer Dipitz. They have obviously iAmJP, Max Lemenis, Messi 10, and Jonka. Really, really formidable team. I look for them to be making the playoffs. Also kind of like a good team chemistry and a vibe around that team, just kind of looking at them outside, of course, looking in. But either way, we're going into this matchup here against KOTH, and it looks like early on here we're just going to play reactively, and that's one of the tips that JP passed on to me about this deck is, you know, with this deck, it's not like you're looking to attack super aggressive. You can play your Royal Hogs early, you can split your Royal Hogs early just to see what counters your opponent has, but that's more of information gathering than it is necessarily trying to take down a tower, obviously, in your first few plays of the game. And in this match, you're going to see the power of the Magic Archer. It still confounds me that some people in my comments still say that Magic Archer is underwhelming, underpowered, and needs a buff. I truly think that Magic Archer is probably one of the best legendary cards in the game. I think I would probably rank him not top 3, but probably top 5. And maybe some pros definitely might consider him top 3 right now. But either way, this is not a legendary ranking video. This is covering this deck in iAmJP. So you can see early on here, he's not afraid to get some incidental damage there. He does a good job of it. And look at defensively, especially going against other Royal Hog decks. Certainly not afraid to use that Fireball and, of course, the Royal Ghost. Fireball, Royal Ghost, Log are going to be your 3 main counters to Royal Hogs, something you ought to know about because, let's face it, they're kind of everywhere right now. So just having those 3 in the cycle and not playing your P.E.K.K.A when you know they have Royal Hogs in cycle is going to be important because you'll be out 7 Elixir and it'll be tough to defend both lanes or even one lane, opposite lane of the P.E.K.K.A unless you have that Fireball in hand. But obviously it's very situational, very matchup dependent. So here we go. It's going to be a Cannon Cart in the right lane along with the Royal Hogs. This time we actually missed that Cannon Cart, unfortunately, with the Fireball. However, we are able to recover with the Royal Ghost at the bridge there. Just such a really great defensive play. And then the Royal Ghost, of course, turning invisible, has a free path to the tower, or at least in this case, able to kill that Ice Wizard along with that Log. JP opting to use the Log there on the Ice Wiz and not the Skeleton, so he doesn't have to deal with them in the counter push. So again, here comes the Fireball coming down on the right lane. In the left lane, we're able to make the opponent split their damage just using Skeletons defending, and that's something too, is Skeletons right now, you know, I talked to JP about this in the DMs, and he said, in his opinion, Skeletons are like the unsung hero in this deck. A, it allows you to cycle really quickly if you need to, and B, it just, you know, we talked about using it against Royal Ghost, but just the DPS that they put out for 1 Elixir, just against even Royal Hogs when they're split, can be really beneficial, especially on the, you know, the off tower where the opponent hasn't yet focused on doing the most of their damage. So now, obviously, the towers have switched and the opponent is focusing on that left tower. So what we're going to do here is try to really attack and get some damage in on the right tower here, and he's able to do that, taking it down to 1061 right now. So and mitigating that Cannon Cart in the opposite side. But now we have to play some smart defense here. We're going to use our Royal Ghost, we're going to use our Log, we're going to use our Mega Minion, preventing any additional damage to that left tower, and then again we're going to send in the Royal Hogs. Now this deck that we're going against is a difficult matchup here because, again, they do have the Tombstone and the NATO, and you saw on the very first Hog play they were able to activate their King Tower. But check out the Magic Archer, just getting more chip damage on that right tower for JP, and that's really the difference between these decks right now, is that the Magic Archer is just so more deadly. JP actually even called him kind of a semi-win condition in this deck just because of the threat that he can be when targeting or in using on defense and then targeting the tower as kind of an incidental target to his offense. So here we're going to answer with the P.E.K.K.A, and now we're going to have to really play some smart defense in the left lane. Not not before those Royal Hogs get a lot of damage though, taking our tower all the way down to 350 HP. He wasn't lying when he said intense match, but check this out, guys. I think it's this push. Okay, it's not this push, but in one of these next few pushes, he's going to get tons of damage with his Magic Archer, and it's really, again, going to be the unsung hero of these matchups. So now we have Royal Hogs going down both lanes here, Fireball coming down for JP. He's also using the log. Remember, Fireball alone will not counter the Royal Hogs. They'll still get about 150, 200 or so damage to your tower. So a Fireball plus log puts you at a -1 elixir trade, but obviously it's also going to get the job done, preventing all damage. Now he's sitting at 266 HP. The Fireball comes down. Royal Hogs almost finishing the job here. 351 HP, 266 HP. The opponent, all they need to do is play the log and the poison, which are both in hand, and you can see the pressure really being applied here. And check out that Magic Archer getting 2 shots on, plus the log. 26 seconds left in the match, and that's going to be a victory for JP. He is, I don't know all the stats offhand, but I want to say I can't picture anybody 1v1 having that much of a higher win rate than JP does right now in EU and NA, which I've been paying really close attention to. A lot of great performances though from a lot of individual players, so I definitely put him top 5. He might very well be the #1 win percentage. I wish there was a place, maybe there is, but I wish the Clash Royale esports website, which I'll link for you guys, is actually a really handy and a really well put together website, but no individual player stats unless I'm missing something. But either way, that's neither here nor there. Today we're going to focus, or this match, we're going to focus on this Golem matchup, which you might think we have the advantage on, but not necessarily when they have Dark Prince for our Hogs. They also have Poison. They also have Night Witch, which isn't that easy to deal with when you don't have Poison. We have Fireball in this deck, so we're going to really be relying on our Magic Archer to take care of those bats, buy more time for the P.E.K.K.A, and you can see the perfect placement there on the Magic Archer, just allowing him to kind of snipe the support units through the Golem there, and able to come away with a pretty, relatively flawless defense. We do take a couple kind of fiery breaths from the Baby Dragon, but that's basically it. So iAmJP with about a 2 or a 3 elixir lead. He's going to go right in with those Royal Hogs. The opponent goes ahead and responds with the NATO and the Dark Prince. That's going to, I think, deny almost all damage there. And JP says, wow, like, geez, man. So again, the opponent has a lot of answers. Despite us having a P.E.K.K.A deck and they're having a Golem deck, it's not like it used to be like a year or 2 ago in Clash Royale, where if you're running P.E.K.K.A and they're running Golem, automatic win for you. That's just not the case anymore, and you're seeing it in this matchup. It's very difficult to pick up these victories. So trying to get that perfect angle there on that Magic Archer, and he nails it there. Magic Archer getting a ton of damage again, then playing the Royal Hogs essentially to tank for that Magic Archer, forcing the Baby Dragon out of the opponent, but not before those Hogs get another few hundred damage. And again, trying to protect that Magic Archer, unable to, unfortunately. That could have been a huge protection if that Mega Minion had finished off the Baby Dragon first. Wasn't the case, so we're going to have to prepare for another Golem push here. So dropping the P.E.K.K.A so that the P.E.K.K.A, usually you want the P.E.K.K.A to intercept that Golem really close to the bridge. A little bit of a mistake there. Actually, I take it back. I thought that Night Witch was going to creep in front of the Golem. That was not the case. So using the Fireball plus log to make sure we take care of that Night Witch, which can be really a big, big thorn in the side of JP, or really anytime you're playing P.E.K.K.A against Golem, you really want to make sure, even if it means a Fireball plus a log, you want to make sure you're taking care of that Night Witch early and not letting all those bats pile up onto your P.E.K.K.A. So again, a Golem played on the bridge here. We're going to play some smart defense. We're using the log. We're using the P.E.K.K.A. The Magic Archer, perfect placement. Again, avoiding that poison there. Beautiful, beautiful job by JP. He is going to take a few hundred damage again, though, to his right tower. So the opponent, maybe with a little bit of an advantage here. We're playing an aggressive Royal Ghost right at the bridge, not allowing the opponent to have time to play their next Golem. So here we go. Another Magic Archer connection there. Maybe it was this match I was thinking of all the Magic Archer extra damage, but another, what, 2 or 3 hits onto that tower from the magic archer, and this time we go in with another log, a fireball, the pigs are on the tower, ladies and gentlemen, and that's gonna do it. GG again for JP. So guys, enjoy this deck. I'm a huge fan of this deck, needless to say. I hope you guys are too after you play it in the arena. It also works on ladder depending on your card levels. Really, it probably should have addressed this at the beginning of the video, but just in case, if you don't have the Royal Ghost, you can sub in Valkyrie. It's a little bit more expensive, or even Dark Prince if you want to, but you need that splash damage out of that spot. And if you don't have Magic Archer, well, you saw the value of the Magic Archer in this deck, but if you're looking for a substitution, maybe Ewiz would be your best bet. That can combo with the P.E.K.K.A, and if you don't have Ewiz, maybe go to Musketeer. And last but not least, if you don't have Royal Hogs, well, again, Royal Hogs pretty fundamental to this deck, but you can also sub in just a regular Hog Rider and still have the kind of the same formula in terms of what you need to do to have success with this deck. So guys, thank you so much to JP. Again, make sure you subscribe to him on YouTube. I'll link the YouTube channel, his player stats, thanks to statsroyale.com, and his Twitter and social media information in the description below. Guys, thank you for watching all the way till the end. I really appreciate it. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Guys, thank you, and as always, take care, guys.